welcome to the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you for your time,
Of course.
Ms. Kaur. With increasing global focus on cleaner mobility, air quality, and sustainability, what role do you see uh, advanced filtration technologies playing in improving everyday life over the next decade? This all-encompassing, industrial, automotive, or
That's correct. So, filtration plays a very important role in protecting our machines, right? So, the machines in which our filters are deployed. But at the same time, it is also protecting the human beings that are breathing the clean air, the environment, and also the water that we drink. And if I specifically talk about transportation, with our applications of air, oil, and fuel filters,
yeah.
the engine is protected, be it in a passenger car or a heavy duty engine on road, off road. We also have multiple applications in the manufacturing industry, also energy space, right? So this protects the equipment.
Correct.
On the other hand, when you think about advanced filtration solutions, when you're driving in a car, our cabin air technology plays
Yeah.
a critical role in controlling the air that we breathe.
Yeah.
So it's really filtration is what separates the useful from the harmful. That is the mission of MANN and Hummel, and it becomes pretty all-encompassing.
Yeah. Again, as customer expectations are evolved towards efficiency,
Yes.
and sustainability, both are, I think, opposite. Pulling, apart. Correct. No, where the customer expectations were performance,
Yeah.
while they wanted to look at sustainability, I think it is slightly counterproductive, because you have to add newer filters that are expensive, and the investment will be more.
Right.
So in this scenario, what will define the next phase of innovation for MANN and Hummel globally?
I think when you look at sustainability, there are different ways of looking at it. The first thing is sustainability of the product, specifically in use. And the second is sustainability of disposal of products. So our filters and the innovation that MANN and Hummel does is to increasingly protect the asset. So if an engine is protected with our filters and has a longer life, so this long life
Okay.
complements very strongly to the sustainability mission of our customers. At the same time, we have a lot of innovation when it comes to the actual filters. For instance, we recently won an innovation award in Germany for one of our cabin air filters, where we are using plant-based products for the impregnation on the media. And this reduces our CO2 footprint. This reduces the amount of crude oil or fossil fuels that we use in the process. And it's for instance, it's a byproduct of the pulp industry, right? So we are not finding new materials, but we are using the byproduct
existing
of
one.
exactly. So we
And
are
safer materials.
absolutely. So we are actively working towards protecting the asset. Protect the asset, increase the lifetime, and the second, the filter by itself. Also, we have, for example, in North America, multiple solutions in the aftermarket, which are long life filters. So you don't have to change them that frequently.
Correct.
Right?
So
So
one time fit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
very
Yeah.
interesting. Very
Yes.
interesting. 2-3 decades ago, each market had its own requirements in terms of emission norms, etc., etc. And over a period of time, we have reached a level where the boundaries are blurred. So, as a filter manufacturer, how does MANN and Hummel look at this as an advantage or a challenge? Because again, though the technologies are, they want their technologies almost same, but the cost expectations are completely different.
Yes. I believe this is where the strength of MANN and Hummel of being a truly global player with our truly global footprint, not only in terms of our sales teams, but also R&D as well as manufacturing comes into play. Because the benefit of a converging standard and a converging technology landscape is that we can leverage what we develop in one region and take it to the other, right? We have a very strong common base of technology. But the second benefit that we have and USP that we have as a company is that we truly understand the importance of deploying the global, but in the local atmosphere and in the local environment as needed, and empowering the local region. If I take the example of India, we have a fully empowered and autonomous team here. What means that we have the sales teams, we have R&D, we have manufacturing, but we also have procurement, and we have other enabling teams around finance,
Yeah.
IT, HR, which allow you to take our strengths globally, but make sure it is ready for the local market. Also, in our new R&D facility, we have testing facilities, right? So we also, before we launch a product, we need to make sure it is fit for the Indian market. And we make sure that through these localization of end-to-end capabilities, we are able to leverage our global competencies, but make them fit for the local market.
Yeah, very interesting. I agree. You touched upon the procurement.
Yes.
MANN+HUMMEL believes in local for local. In that case, there is no exports, but that's not the priority. At the same time, the commodities or the raw material, so they have to come from different places. So that is not under your control. Correct, because you have to depend on certain
Yes.
country. You have to come. So how do you strike a balance in offering those unique technologies at the cost
Yes.
required by the customer, in spite of these challenges?
Right. I believe here again, it's our global footprint. Our global footprint and scale allows us to have a true partnership relationship with our suppliers.
Okay,
So we do not
volume
have
game.
a volume game, but also innovating together, developing together. We do not believe in a transactional nature of partnership, be it with our suppliers or with our customers. And when we develop our suppliers, we are developing with them, and we are also, striking the right balance between global players as well as local players. Because indeed, there is this dependency topic. On the other hand, we also have to make sure that we are competitive cost-wise in the market that we are serving, right? And then on top of that, maybe the logistics complexity that is there, the dependency on global supply chains, we minimize it to the maximum extent. So we try to find our suppliers a diversified panel with whom we can work. And we have a very important, material in our overall base, which is the filtration material, the
Correct.
media
Yeah.
that goes in. And there, because we are vertically integrated and we have a media production in-house, we are also able to hedge that quite a lot and drive innovation through our own development.
Okay. From the filtration standpoint, how the expectations of the vehicle manufacturers, especially the large ones, the trucks and buses and then off-road, how their expectations are evolving based on various factors, which you can explain.
Yes. I think they are expecting us to be very fast, but at the same time, I think for these players, it has to be a total cost of ownership approach. They are protecting assets which are making money for the owners. So be it commercial vehicles, be it on-road as well as off-road, this is a true asset which needs to be up and running. So they expect definitely from us the reliability, that it will not be because of the filter that a machine shuts down. At the same time, it's a replacement part, right? So you need to replace filters. So our service level has to be extremely high, that we have the filter ready for them when they need it, wherever they are in the world. And lastly, because it's a total cost of ownership game, it also has to be competitive over a lifetime. And there we definitely see that depending on the region we are in, depending on the local requirements, so a European customer operating in European conditions is very different from maybe a truck fleet here in India, right? So we have to also cater to those specific in the design of our products, but also in how competitive it is in terms of pricing.
Yeah. From the design perspective again, is there a possibility for MANN+HUMMEL to standardize so that you can gain on economies of scale?
We definitely have a modularity concept, so we
Okay.
definitely leverage it. At the same time, our design is also very much dependent on the vehicle architecture,
that's
right? So if there are standardized vehicle architectures, then of course we have the ability to
Easy.
scale. But also our USP is that we are able to cater to market segments where you don't perhaps need 1 million units of the exact same product every year, right? So we are able to customize and also modularize our production concepts in a way that we can also cater to those low volume but high complexity parts.
Yeah, low volume, high complexity parts, and also, for example, the industry or the market is also changing from mass market to mass customization.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
In that case, the SKUs in the aftermarket will also increase.
That's correct.
So again, there's a challenge.
Yes.
One is on the space for the dealers,
Yes.
and also the company transporting
Yes.
in bits and pieces.
Yes.
So what sort of a solution have you identified to attack and then leverage the advantages?
Yeah. I think here data is playing and will play a very important role, because yes, it might seem in a certain geography that the complexity is very high, but when we as a global player, we have the unique advantage that we can look at the global vehicle park. So the same cars which are sold in different parts of the world,
Okay.
how can we bring that together? How can we leverage our global supply chain and distribution network, and also our intelligence of having worked with these different players over a period of time to standardize parts to the maximum extent, because it helps both. It helps
Correct.
us, but it also helps our customers because it reduces their inventory complexity as well.
Absolutely.
So I believe data, AI will play a key role in future category management, supply chain harmonization, and complexity reduction.
Yeah, interesting. Ms.
Yeah.
Kaur, thank you so much for taking time to talk to
Thank
Motorindia.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.